Good afternoon, everybody. We are back with some more Scrap Mechanic Survival, episode 9 or so, I don't know. And we are here. It's been like a very short time since the last recording, but also a very long time in-game, as I have literally just grinded for a whole lot of glue and fuel and metal so that I can get enough saw blades to finish running my house. As well, while I was waiting and doing all that stuff, grinding, I also started planting potatoes, and so I'm trying to get more ammo for the spud guns. And the reason why we need more ammo, and actually this box right here, is because we're going to start trying to prototype our AI, I mean it's AI within quotes because it's literally just sensor based, spud gun turret, basically. So we're going to have more than one or two, maybe even 3 spud gun turrets or so, either set up here at the choke point or right outside the choke point. And we're going to have that help pick off all the robots that are coming in to this little choke point right here, is the goal, at least. Yeah, it uses lots of ammo probably, but it'll be fun and worth it, I think, in the end. It's better than just having those crushers that everybody else has, or those little like trampoline things that are bouncing the robots all around. I think I want something a little bit more fun. So let's start working on that. I did work on getting component kits, which takes forever. Oh my goodness, getting components in this game, or component kits in this game, is one of the most, you know, it's fun to explore and kind of like go, but going to the same loot houses over and over again is kind of getting grindy. So I might need to figure out a better way to get those, and hopefully this AI turret will help me. All right, we're just grabbing some stuff off of this misorganized chest. Very disorganized chest, actually. I need to fix this very soon. I'm actually gonna need some more bearings, I think. I'm gonna grab a couple more, and let's grab that, and we should be good to go. As you can see, I've actually almost pretty much expanded out the farm. Yeah, I actually did expand out the farm a little bit since the last recording, I think. And so that's giving me a little bit more space to grow more crops. Of course, this is making the level of raids even higher, and I don't have any really good defenses yet. So I want to kind of keep that in check while I start growing this. But this should be just a level 5 wave 1 coming tonight, I believe. So I'm just going to be prepared for that. Let's see. We've also finished the saw blades all around. We've extended out the walls, put saw blades all around so that hopefully they don't try to come over here, and if they do, they just freeze and don't do anything, so I can pick them off later. Let's try to get this thing at least temporarily set up, and so I can see if I can make something work for tonight. So what I'm going to need is a lot of sensors. Well, not a lot, but a bunch of sensors and a bunch of controllers. So let me just... I don't need this right now. So let's pretend this isn't going to be where it is in the end, but let's pretend that we have a little turret set up right here. And as you guys can probably tell, I've consolidated everything to a single button. So now I can just press the button and it will do all the work for me and come back on its own and refill on its own. So let's actually get this raid over with real quick. It's started. Oh boy, I'm not ready. What happens if I turn this on? Oh, I'm about to die. Oh boy, I actually think this worked, relatively speaking. We have another one around here, but if you saw or heard, I don't know if you could hear that over the music or whatnot, the spud gun killed like 3 tote bots, I believe, on its own, and it wasn't even like aiming or anything. It was just shooting non-stop, and I just wasted 50 ammo, but I think it was worth it for this test. Okay, so the prototype is going to work, I believe. I'm sure it was just shooting constantly in a straight line and not actually doing any AI, but it's a start. It's a definite start. Oh, we got some more stragglers over here. We got 5 ammo, so let's see if we can pick them off. Got him. Alright, cool. Any more? I don't think there's any more, but we can check on the other side a little bit later. We're gonna collect all of this stuff and see what we can get, and hopefully it's gonna be component kits. I really am need for component kits and scrap metal. Oh man. But yeah, okay, so this is harvested, and it gets 100 from, I think, 20 potatoes. Yeah, it gets 100 from 20 potatoes, so I believe it's like, I don't know how many potatoes that is per plant, actually. I don't want to do the math right now. It's okay. So, good to know. So this thing kind of works. This choke point definitely does work. All of the hay bots, at least, and tote bots ran up here and got murked by both me and this turret right here. And we're putting it inside so that it can have a better range of view, or I don't know, because it won't be able to look all the way around. And I can definitely add some more outside if I want to, but I'm going to try to keep one inside that connects to 4 of them. And we're going to try to see how to set this up. Let's grab some more materials real quick and get this thing moving. Alright, now that it's daytime and I've got some more sensors on me, I decided I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to move this turret either to the side, I think. Yeah, I'm going to move this turret to the side and either have 2 or 1 big one. I'm not sure which will be better, but I think it'll probably be better to have 2 big ones, just for the sake of getting rid of all the pesky bad guys. We're going to have to definitely keep it inside this wall, inside the choke point, and change it as we can expand the farm out that way. So we'll have to figure out how to make it mobile somehow. Okay, so what I'm going to have is a defense system that's going to be back here. Is going to be where the logic and stuff is stored. And so the first thing I need is the main clock for the guns to be shot off of. And that is just going to be just a simple ticking clock that's 4, and we're going to connect it to all the stuff later. But I think I'm going to keep all of the logic back here because that's the least likely to get damaged. So let's just do that. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. And I believe we need like a NOR. And I'm not sure. I think it's a NAND or NOR. I'm not sure. I think let's just go for that. See what happens. So NOR. And there we go. Okay, so now we've got a clock going, right? And it's not going to cause too much lag. It'll be kind of annoying. But what we're going to do is attach this whole thing to a switch. And it's going to be this one right here. No, not that one. It's going to be this one right here. And then we tap it on. Starts the clock, stops the clock. Okay. Okay, good. All right, so this will be the clock. And the spud gun, since it only fires on this kind of tick, it fires like rapid fire from this kind of tick. We're going to connect this up to another AND gate up there for the gun to launch off of. And I think I'm actually out of logic gates for some reason, so I'll have to make some of those real quick. All right, we got a little bit more logic gates, some more on the way over there, but it's taking too long. So what we're going to do actually is just move on. And we've got the switch and clock hooked up, I believe, properly. And that's over there. We will probably need to move this logic somewhere else, a little bit more hidden, maybe a little bit more nice looking. But for now, it does what it does. So what we're going to do, so that we can spare ourselves the pain, is just add another AND gate right here to just kind of relay this AND right here, so that I don't need to worry about, you know, moving and connecting things. So that's going to always be there. I'll just have to hope it never gets destroyed, or possibly move it further inward. We'll see what happens. So now that we've got that, I believe we need to add our sensor setup. And I think the best way is to have a 3 sensor setup is, let's see, where is this? Well, I need all of them, so let's just put them into my inventory right now. It's a shame that I can't switch between the pages of the inventory like in creative mode, but it kind of makes sense. So now what we need is to add some sensors on here, on either side. I spread them out by 1 so that I can have a little bit more, what's the word? Definition? I don't know the word exactly. There used to be a word. So that you can kind of get some more spread, some more range in your viewing, as limited range as these are, because 20 blocks really isn't that much when you think about it. So let's see. Like this, it senses me up to, well, it's sensing the ground right now, but it's fine. We'll test it out later. So we need a 3rd one. I'm not sure where I'm going to put the 3rd one. I might put it underneath or on top. I think on top is probably the best bet. So what we're going to do is put one on top as well. Actually, we're going to actually extend out these, what's the word? Sensors to the front so we can add a little bit more range so it's at the tip of the barrel, not at the back of the barrel. So that's kind of another thing that gives me an extra 2 or 3 blocks of range for sensing a bad guy. So we're going to do that. Just make sure you do that if you're going to try this at home. Okay, so now what I have here are OR gates, which will then be the ones that control the left and right movements of these controllers right here. So this controller will be the right movement because it's on the right side, and this controller will be the left movement so it's on the left side. So I'm setting these to be 360 degrees turns, limit to be 1 higher. We're going to try to keep these at level 1. I might need to play around with this, but we'll see how it goes for now. And so what's going to happen is if this guy senses somebody, it's going to go and tell this thing to turn left. And same thing for this one. It's going to tell it to turn right because there's, you know, a guy in the right. And so let's make these back to 20 so that I'm not making a fool out of myself. And then we're going to need to upgrade this to level 5, make that 20. And what this is going to do is actually tell these both of them to go off at the same time. And that means they will counteract their steering and therefore make it go nowhere and kind of stay straight, or at least attempt to. It's not going to be perfect, I know that for sure, but it's going to attempt to stay straight right there. So once that happens, we're going to actually, let's just test it out right now. I think this is all the layout that we need. So if we can just weld it real quickly. I wish we could save it as a tool, but unfortunately that's not possible. We're also going to need to test out how far away to put this from the front or the choke point. We're going to actually test out the range right now. I believe the range is here. Okay, that's actually a pretty decent range. So as soon as they come to here is when it should start being able to sense them. So that should be good. Hopefully it senses them. I'm not sure if it will or not, but I think it does. I will, however, need to make sure it's always facing straight. And I don't think having a 360 limit is good for it. So it's kind of working. If you like move it back and forth, it's following, but there's these little twitches that it does that keeps it out. So what we're going to have to do is not have it do this and make it just go. I think the limit will be like 180, I think, left and 180 right. That might be an idea, to do that. It will move it a little slower. But it looks like it's sensing the wall. So it might be a little bit too close. Okay, so that's going to be a problem as well. Because if it's too close to the choke point, it'll sense the wall right here and require me to either delete the wall like this, or move the wall forward, or just move this thing backwards. But once it stops sensing anything for a while, it'll just constantly move straight. So it'll like, not move straight, it'll look straight. So that way it'll see anything else that's coming through. It looks like it's still having an issue, maybe? I'm not too sure, but now it looks like it's doing pretty good. And the bots aren't too fast moving left and right if they don't strafe that much, especially if there's a target like me standing behind this thing also popping off shots at it. So that should be pretty good. Let's actually trigger a small raid tonight if we can. And you know, what's a better way to trigger a small raid than to grow some bananas? All right, just press the button and these should be printing bananas, and I will see what level raid this is shortly. But for now, we're just going to go back to the turret. So this prototype is pretty well. The reason why I need to grow bananas is so I can make more guns. What I do plan on having is eventually have this to either be a 4-gun or 3-gun turret. So I have one right here and another one right here, and maybe either one up top or another one on the bottom. I'm not really sure. That's to be determined. But let's actually, since this is connected, let's see. That was level 2. That's pretty good. Level 2 wave 1 is what we're dealing with right now. So we got to do now is just put this here, and these are now all connected. I put that there. And then if this is on or off, I'm not too sure. It's off. And now, okay, what we're going to do, now that I know it's off, is we're going to do the final steps. I I'm not really doing really well at explaining this, I'm really realizing. So if you want me to do like a legitimate tutorial, please let me know. Because that's just, you know, something I feel like is a necessary thing to have. So let's actually move this over. Let's just move this over here. It's still in the way, I know, but it's a little better than it was before. Looks like our bananas have been planted, so that's good. And a crop value of 22, so good stuff. Now, what we want is to make sure that it only shoots when it senses somebody. And we're going to have it trigger actually on all 3 of these. Normally, people would have it only trigger when it's like when the middle one is facing it, but it turns out you're losing resolution because it could possibly, especially if you have the 3 guns like I'm planning on having it set up, you could possibly like it might miss or something like that. So I want it to be shooting constantly, using a lot of ammo. I do plan on growing a lot of ammo, but I need to use a lot of ammo in order for it to work. So all we need to do is just add one last OR gate right here. Should be an OR, and then it will be these, all 3 of these sensors will connect to it, and then that will connect to another AND gate, I believe. Actually, we might just, we're going to make it look ugly. Usually we'd have the AND gate right here, but we're actually going to use this AND gate right here, which is connected to the trigger, which causes a rapid fire, and also connected to the switch, which causes it to turn on and off. And we're going to connect that AND gate to this right here. So, theoretically, I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. I don't know if spud guns hurt me or not, but what we're going to have is, if we can actually just move these out the way, what we're going to have is, while the switch is off, the turret will sense me and do all the good stuff, you know, like all that good stuff. It should sense me fine, and it looks like it's fine. If I come in here, it'll be fine. Let's see if we can like minimize our choke point. So here it looks like that senses really well, but on this side it does not. So we're going to need to move in this wall here. We want to make it so anything can get sensed. That's also not great. Now we're borderlining. Okay. See, now we're getting to this kind of levels. Okay, so we're gonna need to figure out a good way to do that. Maybe just even just move the what's it called? Oh, that's good actually. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. This is gonna be a long episode because I've been talking a lot, but we can cut out stuff as we need to. So now what I've done was just flip the trigger on, and that should allow this clock to be flicked on as well when everything comes up. And so now it's like, it kind of shot at me a little bit, and then we come in here. There we go. Beautiful. All right. So we're going to need to move these out the way because it started sensing these and shooting them and wasting some ammo. But it worked. I'm actually very impressed with myself. Let's see. And we got 4 minutes until the next raid, and we can do some more testing, and that's super exciting. So let's see how this thing handles. Right now we have about 125, actually exactly 125. Let's make it 200 ammo. We're not going to have any ammo on ourselves, but that should be fine. We can just use our hammer because this is only a level 2 raid, so I don't even think there's going to be any farm bots, maybe 1 or 2. So let's get this going. I'm excited. Wow. All right, we've got 30 seconds. And I'm going to get started on a small watchtower type thing. It's going to be very rough and not a real one. Just here at the wall. But I think I might actually need to make it towards the middle because... actually, yeah. We'll do that later. Let's just see if this will work. I don't have any ammo, so shooting from it isn't going to work. So let's just see what we can do with just our bare body and a hammer. I think I also can put a saw blade on top of this so that they stay away from... Oh my. Okay, looks like a lot of tote bots. Let's check this out. Alright, took away that. Got that one. It is triggering on the wall a little bit. That's beautiful. Alright, it just took out 2 of those guys with just 1 spud gun. Uh-oh. I don't know. Oh, they're hitting the heads. I don't know why they're doing that. Let's actually just let them chase me. Wow, this is actually going quite well. I can just literally just lead them around here and be like, oh no, I'm so sorry, I'm stuck here. Hello? Hello? No, okay. Yeah, I think these AI are bugged. I believe they're going to be fixed in another patch. It looks like we have just a pet tote bot just chilling right here right now. So that's cool. While we're at it, we're actually just going to move this turret back one more block so that it's not hitting these walls or sensing these walls. So let's just do that real quick. I believe the height is great, so we can just keep it like that. And now, what did we do before? We put this right here and that right there, and then just connected it to ammo right there, and it's beautiful. We can make another turret if we want, but we don't have any more of these mounted spud guns, but we'll definitely get more in the future, especially from, well, some of these bananas. We don't have enough to get a lot of them, but it's something. All right, so let's just leave and just get rid of the rest of these guys because they're just going to be chilling here. I think. Wait a minute, now I feel bad for just killing them. They weren't fighting back or anything. They were just defenseless. That's whatever. War crimes are war crimes, especially here in Strat Mechanic. I'm no stranger to war crimes at all, especially as Prison Architect. Also, that's going to be a sneak peek to the new Prison Architect Gang War series coming up. That's just a heads up for you guys who are here for my Prison Architect content. That's coming back shortly. So, what did we learn? We learned that we only used about, well, we used more than we needed to, but we only used, let's see, 100, about 50 or so, I think 50 shots, maybe? I'm not sure how much I put in there. Did we put 150 in there? Yeah, we had 150, so we used a little bit over 30 shots, or 25. Well, a little bit less than 30 shots. I don't know. I can't do math right now. It's really late for me right now. So let's actually just call this a success. And if I really, really, really want to, I can add a scanning turrets or something out here to get rid of these guys. However, that will be a little bit difficult because it's on an incline. I'll have to figure out how to face the gun downwards and aim at the right spots. That might work, but we'll do that either off camera or in another episode. But for now, I think this is going to be it. We have an automatic turret that works actually very well. We're going to have another raid coming up tonight, and I actually might just sorry about that. I should probably turn that off. I actually might just wait until the raid tonight to end the episode, because I think we want to see this on a larger scale raid, and we will get that coming very soon once we get these potatoes planted. I think these bananas are just about ripe in a couple more hours, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, we got 15 seconds. Don't mind me, I am actually just building a prototype scanning turret on this wall right here to check for anybody over here, so I can just shoot them automatically so I don't need to worry about it. I actually almost forgot to turn on my own turret, so let's actually just turn it on really quick. And now we've got the raid coming in. I don't know, it's just a level 2 raid, wave 2, so it's got a little bit of work. I mean, it's not that much. It's not that big of a raid, so I think this is actually pretty good. Let's actually just grab some ammo out of here, because this turret's not going to need it for sure, and just shoot off these guys that are, you know, bugging around the corners and don't really want to do anything. So let's see. That's 3. And come over here. Alright. And then there's one way back here. Looks like he got stuck and doesn't know what to do. So let's just take him out of his misery. And then we've got one way over here. And there he goes. Out of his misery as well. Let's grab that circuit board and grab any other component kits, because we're going to use a lot of component kits to set all these turrets up. Oh man. Alright, well, that raid was a success, honestly. So I think it was pretty quick, and this episode might be a little short or long depending on how fast you want to watch it. So what we're going to do is do one more... Oh goodness, oh gosh. That's just scared me for a little bit. I forgot to turn it off. Wow. That was That's kind of funny, actually. Let's turn this off and then make sure it's all working. But yeah, so we got a bigger crop planted right now. It's a lot more potatoes. I believe it's 40 potatoes exactly. And so that will be a much higher level raid, and we'll have more farm bots and more things to deal with. So let's see how this goes. And I'll probably just show that one as well. So stick around if you want to, you know, no pressure. I'm not going to force you. Oh no, I may have made a big mistake. So as you know, I planted 40 potatoes and I forget that that's a crop value of 60, and I have already done 2 days before this. So I'm having wave 3. And so this is going to be a level 6 wave 3 raid. And I am not prepared to figure out what that even means or looks like at all, really. However, this little thing is kind of working. I've got the sensors set up. They don't need to be fully leveled because it's a little bit closer to the ground. And I don't need to worry about the range. So if anything comes into this little range right here, it should be fine. Now I need to figure out how to make sure it can check the sides. An idea is to attach this to pistons and actually have this moving from side to side across this wall. Just kind of like checking for any bad guys and whatnot. The thing is that can get sketchy because if the terrain gets any different, it could shoot at the floor because it senses the floor. So that could be a problem. But let's try to see what we can do with just this right now. Okay, we've got about 20 seconds until the raid starts. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm a little bit nervous. I was able to have a pretty plentiful or bountiful potato harvest. And so that gave me enough to have 53 ammo and a full crate of ammo right here. I'm not sure if we're going to use all this, so I might just snag some from here, to be honest, so that I can have enough, because I don't know where these guys are going to come from. Oh, here they are. We are going to try to do this. Let's just go for it. Alright. Alright, they're backing away from the... Alright, okay. This is all happening so fast. I'm like, oh shoot. Oh goodness. They destroy my... Oh my lord. Oh, wow. That was chaos. I'm just going to say that was absolute chaos. We're not done with this raid just yet. We still have this guy right here. Yeah, I'm going to need to put this thing on a piston that slides over across this whole thing or something like that. That would probably be a little bit better because this isn't going to sense it, I don't think. Because this guy is like right at the spot where it won't see it. But any guys right here will get shot. Or like in this range. But that's a little bit too far out of the range, I believe. So let's see what happens if I bring him a little bit closer. So hey, come over here. No? There he goes. So will he get seen now? Oh, he's attacking me now. Looks like it's seeing him, and it should be shooting at him once I get the gun. Okay, cool. You can die for me now. So can you. And so can you. Alright, well, that was a great experiment. I will definitely be needing more, honestly, I think he might have destroyed that thing. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll be needing more, what's it called? Spud turrets? Oh goodness. Oh, stop. I was kidding, bro. I forgot that was still on. I mean, at least we know it still works. But I think that guy might have destroyed my little, whatchamacallit? Saw blade. I'm not sure if I didn't put a saw blade on top of there already or not, but I'm pretty sure there was one like right around here. But if not, then that's on me. I need to fix that. But yeah, so we're gonna need some more spud turrets. We're gonna do some farming off camera, keep this bad boy around so that we can, you know, stay alive, and then scrap all this lovely metal, which I'm so happy to have now, and then get working on getting a better automated AI defense system. So sweet. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. And as always, I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, night, or evening, and I will see you next time.